Most of the researchers in the realm have said it wasn't possible to stop an experience. Knowing that, I called some of the leading researchers in the country. So I said, guys, I've got a very unusual case here. This man, we'll use the name Bill, and during his experience, in fear, he calls out, Jesus, 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 or Jesus, please help me. By calling out, he abruptly stops his abduction experience. These entities can be stopped in the name and authority of Jesus Christ.
Had a very difficult time realizing that this was something that I could not protect my family against in a physical way, in this type. The realization that it was beyond my physical. You can't bar the doors and lock the doors. They're going to get in. The only thing that saved me was my relationship with God and believing in Him and asking for Him to help, and He came. And ever since then, whenever we experience this, we've had shadow people or creatures come into the house, and the first thing you do is pray to God, and you live it, and we believe it every single day. It is with us, with myself and with my children. And they know, don't be afraid. When we see this, if you pray to God, they will leave. And they leave. They try, but they don't get in because we believe in God.
There are aliens. In fact, all the angels are aliens. They're from another planet, another dimension. All the demons also that are fallen are aliens. But they manifest themselves these days through what many people consider UFOs, unidentified flying objects.
I knew exactly what it was, and I knew exactly what I was seeing, and basically what I did was to rebuke it in the name of Jesus, and straight away the activity stopped.
Wow. And so you got it there, first-hand testimony from an expert. This is someone trained, and Keith, you're not a new pilot, are you?
No. For the last 32 years.
You've been a pilot 32 years.
That's
not like a rinky-dink airline.
No, I'm a senior airline captain.
Senior airline and a major airline.
In a major airline.
That you probably, those listening probably have flown on. This is a senior pilot with two other co-pilot, one a trainee pilot. All three of them saw erratic movement from a UFO. And here's the catcher. The moment he used the name of Jesus, the thing disappeared. So we're never afraid, and that gives another witness that UFOs are not interplanetary objects. They're actually interdimensional. They're spiritual objects coming to deceive people, and a lot of people end up believing that, I don't believe the Bible anymore, I don't believe God, aliens made me. Well, that's a fairy tale. And the Bible's talked about incursions from the NEPHILIM in Genesis chapter 6, when the fallen sons of God invaded the earth and made such a mess. That's why there was Noah's flood. It was the cause of Noah's flood. So I'm very happy to share this and then have confirmation from you as a senior pilot. I'm really thankful for that. That's arranged by God, and I really believe that's going to help someone that's been trapped or been in this delusion, believing that aliens made them and aliens going to save them. No, there is one God, and He sent His Son Jesus to save us, and only through Him you can be free from these demonic influences. I'll tell you one more thing that I've heard directly from someone else who's done UFO research. He found out a commonality between people who were abducted by aliens, and in every case, they never take a born-again Christian. They can't do it. They have no power to take a born-again Christian. Think about that.
The attack plan, one of the attack plans to get going on changing people's outlook on the Bible and to get people more in line with Satan's plan was, number one, they were going to introduce, actually going to do several things at once. One was to increase UFO phenomena. At one point, the governments would be saying that it doesn't exist. On the other hand, they were going to increase the UFO, the people seeing UFOs. There, people were going to be more people were going to be abducted, and this was to get people to. One of the reasons was to get people to think outside of the box, to start looking in physics, which would lead them into metaphysics, which would they would also, at the same time, another part of the plan was to be teaching Darwinism in school from elementary school on up, pushing Darwinism, which is evolution, because Satan's plan is based on the lie of evolution, spiritual evolution, physical evolution, and that it's spiritual evolution that pushes the physical evolution. That's a lie, but that's what Satan's plan is. That's such a diabolical lie. So the part is, if they're introducing the UFO phenomena and also the thought that there's highly evolved beings that have technology that we don't have, that some of them are going to talk to us and show us the way, then it's going to take us away from the Bible. It's going to get us to follow them. So at the same time, church infiltration. It's also to send in the people like what my mother was doing, and to get people to buy into the metaphysics. It's to tell people that they're more highly evolved, that they can understand better the higher teachings. They aren't higher teachings. They're lies. Okay, so it's, if you want to study physics. But the fact is that the metaphysics that are being pushed are, and through churches, are from the pit of hell, so to speak. They're from Satan himself. And that is part of the plan to get people away from Jesus Christ and the truth, who is Jesus Christ.